Worked both. Oh, trouble. And there's a crash. Caution is out. The race is over. Trucks up in the air. Nick Sanchez leading when the caution flag came out.
Alright, as soon as I thought we were done with the trucks at Daytona, Taylor Gray decided that he wanted a turn. At this rate, I may as well do both of his flips. Yes, you heard me, both. Anyways, let's get to the video. Alright, white flag, series opening, truck race at Daytona, trucks pushing too hard, a crash on the final lap. However, this actually wasn't caused by bump drafting, but more so of a bad move on the last lap. Coming out of turn 2, Taylor Gray in the number 17 is currently running second, with Jack Wood in the 91 behind him in third, and the number 71 of Raja Caruth in fourth. Coming out of turn 2 onto the super stretch, Caruth goes up the racetrack. Whether this was intentional or not is still up to speculation. Caruth clips Wood's left rear quarter panel, turning Wood down the racetrack. Taylor Gray was directly to the inside of Wood. When Wood began to come down the racetrack, Taylor wasn't clear of him. Wood proceeds to clip Taylor's right rear and turns him up the racetrack. This is already looking a lot similar to someone else's flip, no? Taylor starts to spin out, going up the racetrack towards the outside retaining wall. Before I focus on Taylor's flip, I want to focus on Jack Wood's truck real quick. Wood's back end got airborne, as physics do to a race truck at 180 miles an hour. However, when compared to how Timothy Peters got airborne in nearly the exact same way in 2017, this is a massive improvement. The truck was not in the air for nearly any time at all. However, there's one complaint I have for this. The roof flap did not open until the truck was largely airborne. This is actually the only problem I have with the roof flaps on the trucks. A lot of them did not open until a significant impact kicked it into the air, and the air could get underneath it. Trucks like Matt Crafton, Ty Majeski, Grant Infinger, Bailey Curry, hell, even Taylor Gray after he landed, his roof flap closed, and all of these trucks were carrying a lot of speed still. The problem with this is that the fact that the roof flaps are effective too, because the exact moment the roof flap opened on Wood's truck, the truck immediately slammed back into the racetrack and stayed on the ground until it was stationary. Like I said, this is a massive improvement when compared to Timothy Peters' near flip in 2017, but it's still a shame such a crucial safety feature doesn't work sometimes. Back on Taylor Gray, Taylor was turned right up the racetrack where he then hit the wall nearly head-on. The wall catches his front end, spinning him around and slamming his left rear into the outside retaining wall, and turning his truck completely backwards. He bounces off the wall a little bit with his right rear facing turn 3 down the super straight. Looking familiar yet? Very similar to Matt Crafton's flip in 2017 with his right rear facing the entrance of turn 3, he gets T-boned by the number 43 of Daniel Dye, who himself was hit by the 19 of Christian Eckes. As Dye hits Taylor with the force of two NASCAR super trucks at top speed at the same time, Taylor's truck was kicked into the air.
Worked both. Oh, trouble. And there's a crash. Caution is out. The race is over. Trucks up in the air.
The air proceeded to get underneath the passenger side, lifting it up into the air and blowing the truck over, much like Matt Crafton. A blowover is when the wind racing by the vehicle picks it up and throws it upside down, sort of similar to how a plane gets airborne. Taylor lifts up and flips over. He lands on top of Christian Eckes' roof. Because Taylor's momentum was not evenly distributed, he continued to roll. He rolled off of Christian Eckes' roof and his right rear landed on top of his brother, the number 15 of Tanner Gray. From there, his truck kicked off of Tanner's truck as Tanner's shocks kicked back, and he momentarily drags the nose down. Taylor's front bumper cover splitter complex slams into the racetrack, and anything behind the cab of his race truck lands on top of the number 41 of Bailey Curry's hood. Taylor then flies off of Curry's hood, and he has not lost a lot of speed yet. Ironically, the number 88 of Matt Crafton is also involved in this wreck, and he slowed down a lot because he stayed on the ground locking it up. Taylor flies off of Curry's hood and slams into Crafton's passenger side. Taylor's right rear got on top of Crafton's hood to right front. Taylor then slides off of Crafton, and his truck spins to a stop, just before the newly placed down asphalt on the superstretch. This crash shows the massive amount of improvement that NASCAR safety has made in the past decade. I cannot stress this enough, that this shows how big of an improvement NASCAR has made. Comparing this to the 2017 Matt Crafton flip, there are a ton of parallels here. One car spun towards the infield, clipping the flipping truck to the right. That car that spun towards the infield got airborne all by himself, and these trucks flipped in nearly the exact same way. In 2017, the truck that spun in the infield lost a lot more speed, blew the hood out, and even had severe aerodynamical damage, and still managed to stay up in the air for 1 to 2 lanes down, past the apron of the superstretch. Comparing the truck that spun to the infield in 2024, the truck barely stayed in the air and he had a lot of speed coming out of the corner. Comparing the flips, Matt Crafton nearly weight shifted and cleared the catch fence down the back straightaway inside wall. Taylor Gray hardly got off the ground. He did not weight shift, and he stayed so low to the ground that he literally rode on top of 4 super trucks as compared to Crafton riding on top of 1. All the safety innovations that NASCAR made after Matt Crafton's flip in 2017 showed how effectively they were in these flip by preventing a violent wreck in the exact same way. A lot of people are saying that this was about as soft as a flip as you could have, and I would agree. NASCAR has done a fantastic job with their trucks, such as the bed flaps showing their true colors during this flip, and deserve a lot of praise for this. I hope you all enjoyed this video. There should be a few more new videos coming out soon. If you have any recommendations for any future flips, whether it's in NASCAR, IndyCar, Formula 1, and even IMSA, or if you really want NHRA and the World of Outlaws, or even others, do let me know in the comments below. Other than that, thank you for watching.